Running away from responsibilities is what today's youth find easy. But today, on the Entrepreneur Talks, we are going to meet someone who is not afraid of taking up responsibilities. She, at the age of 18, started her entrepreneurial journey, and with her sheer dedication, passion, hard work, and clear vision, she has set herself apart from the rest. We are going to meet the founder of Sach-K, Mrs. Divya Advani Bharwani. Hi Divyadi, how are you?
Hi, I'm good, Ankita.
So to begin with, I'd like to know when and how did your entrepreneurial journey start and what led to creation of Sach-K?
So my entrepreneurial journey started at the age of 18. My college had just began. I was in first year and my father suffered from a intracerebral brain hemorrhage which left him completely paralyzed and he lost his memory. I was quite young back then, so I was clueless as to it was very shocking and sudden. And I was very sure about the fact that I had to take over because I was a single child and there was no other option left. My father was hospitalized in the ICU. He was on ventilator when my manager came to the hospital and he told me that you will have to come to the office tomorrow. So me as a child wanted to stick by my father then because he was in the ICU and I didn't see him for quite a long time and I was like, no, I want to be here. Then he said that dad has left some unfinished business. He has left something unsaid. Some of the questions are not answered. There were some businesses, some dealings to be done. So a family member should be present. So instead of going to the hospital the other day, I had to go to the office. As soon as I entered the office, I saw my father's chair. Now that chair had a lot of emotions attached. I worshipped that chair. That chair was everything to me because I had seen my father sitting on the chair and making such huge decisions about our family. Everything around us was revolving around the chair. And I did not think I was worthy enough to sit on the chair so soon. I always wished as a child that someday I will become as deserving as him to sit on that chair. But I had never, even in my dreams, expected that it will be so soon. These employees who used to consider me a little child, just the boss's daughter, are now going to consider me the boss. My family who used to pay for my very expenses, I have to pay for theirs now. So my entire life was going to change at that very moment. I could do two things. Either I could run away saying that no, I can't do this. I just want to go to my father. I want to go to the hospital again. Or I could, literally head on, face it and sit on the chair. I chose the latter. I went and sat on that chair and my life changed at that point. I was not a normal college going student anymore. I was shouldered with so many responsibilities and so many decisions to be made. And a part of that decision making was that I observed it was a very male dominant industry. So I observed that everyone, wanted to dress up like they own the place and dress up like they were very confident about themselves. So, dressing up became a very important part of my life. I thought that being the only lady in the organization, dressing up gave me confidence.
So at your father's business you're talking about?
Yes. So I thought dressing up and going to work every day was the only one thing that got me going. Dressing up had a very important part to play in not only mine, but everybody who woke up in the morning and wanted to go to work, spent a few moments with themselves thinking that they will dress up and go and that will give them confidence. That's how Sach-K stepped in. I want people to wear Sach-K, not only wear Sach-K but wear confidence with Sach-K. So that is where I wanted every person who steps out of their house, I wanted them to go Sach Dhaj-Ke wherever they go.
So basically, Sach-K came up with confidence. So you can resonate confidence with Sach-K.
Sach-K is all about confidence because after going through what I've been through, I've realized there's only one thing that has kept me going, and that one thing is only and only confidence. So if you're confident about yourself, yes, you can conquer the world.
So talking about your father's business, how did you manage it? Like it would not be a simple task, right? There might be not one business. You were handling 4 other businesses which were running smoothly. So those 4 businesses and people elder than you were working there. And at Sach-K, you work with very young bunch of people, I assume. So how do you manage that? And adapting to circumstances, like changing from one work environment to another work environment. How do you adapt to such circumstances?
You know, it's fun, but it's a task at the same time. Fun, why? Because I work with elders in my father's organization. There are 4 places I have to keep hopping. And it is a task at one point because everyone is elder to me. So there, the key is to, earn their respect. When I first started, if they don't, it's the thing about elders. If they don't respect you, they will not listen to what you say.
And they consider you like...
Yes, they consider you a child. And it's the vice versa when you work with young people. In the world of Instagram, people will just see, okay, Sach-K has 15,000 followers, there must be something in the good. So, they will automatically respect you with the number of followers. But that is not the case in my father's organization, where I don't have any social media to prove, see, I have a cool life, or see, I have 15,000 followers, see, I'm capable enough. Although I think I am, I think I am capable enough, but I don't have any, parameter to prove them I am. I have only one thing. I have to earn their confidence and I have to prove them that I am with the decision-making processes I do. So, it took a while. It took 6 months to make my first decision at the organization. So, I respected the human resource so much that I relied on them for 6 months. I learned from them and I had I did not feel ashamed of the fact that I'm the boss and I have to learn from them, because I open-heartedly did learn from them, and that is where I earned their respect.
So that's a trait of a leader who is not being bossy and who is ready to accept whatever their employees are saying and then taking up decisions based on her own opinion and their opinion, right?
Exactly. You should always be open to opinions. If you are very opinionated, why have you hired them at the first place?
So Sach-K, as we know, it is 100% sustainable fashion. So if you had to explain a layman that what is sustainable fashion, how would you put it in words? Because to us, it's like until now, until it got the sustainability thing got hyped, until then we all were like, we go to the malls, pick up the designs and colors, whichever we like, we pick up the clothes, we wear it and we show off and we feel comfortable and happy. But then sustainability in fashion, how does that fit in if you had to explain to a layman?
So, to laymen, everything is about the new cool. So, if I start explaining them about these things, they will not get in until I tell them that, sustainability is the new cool. If you understand the fact that, let me give you a small example. We sell plantable pencils. So, if I explain to a person, listen, you can use the pencil, it's good. He'll say, why? If I tell them, this pencil is made of recycled paper and the pencil's end has seeds, you can make your own little garden after planting those seeds. Imagine what impact that person will have. Definitely, I think the person will go for that pencil instead of a normal pencil he buys from the stationery. My aim is to sell such kind of things from school itself. If the school students understand the value of one pencil they are using, they will keep valuing every smallest thing in life.
And environment is so important to us right now. We are seeing we are in a pandemic.
Definitely.
And we don't know what other unforeseen circumstances coming ahead.
We promote natural dyes for this sole reason that the artificial dyes, the dyes in the market, that it is so harmful to the environment as well as to us. We make dyes at home.
That's incredible. So I see it's environment friendly, and so it is friendly to us as well. It is for us actually. Also, when you started Sach-K, it was like after your college, right? After your masters. So what research did you go through? Because today we see that many businesses come up, many young entrepreneurs come up with a new startup, but their long run process is not that apt and they make many mistakes. So what was your research process before starting up Sach-K?
When I started with Sach-K, I asked myself, where do I see myself 1 year down the line? Where do I see myself 2 years down the line? Short-term goals, long-term goals. I was very sure about the fact that 1 year down the line, I will ship to places outside India. And we have completed 1 year and I am on my goal. And if I start thinking of where do I see 1 year down the line, if I can't come up with where I see 1 year down the line, that business is not viable. You know, because the zeal and enthusiasm to do a business for a short period of time is very much higher. But if you think of yourself that where are you 1 year down the line, and if you don't get an answer, I think you should stop that ideology, that brainstorming right there.
So fashion is all about trends and, you know, it keeps on changing. So whichever milestone you have taken, have you come across some mistakes that you made and you've learned from it? Because fashion keeps on evolving. And if you're planning
In teaching me that, he was very strict, you'd know. He was very, very strict when it came to timing, when it came to teamwork. You know, when I used to score a goal and it was all by myself, he used to scold me saying that, you know, I'm being very selfish. So he taught me not to be selfish and understanding that it's a teamwork and I can score a goal even after helping others do that.
if you had to guide someone or advise a young entrepreneur to take up a business, what advice would you give to them?
So, you know, there's only one key to working or being an entrepreneur or whatever you want to do. But there's only one thing which is very, very common, that is consistency.
True.
You know, nowadays people are so, you know, their mind is wavering all the time. They want to, today if you ask them, they have an idea. 2 days down the line, they have something else. 1 month down the line, they've completely dropped the idea.
So ये भी करना है, वो भी करना है, ये भी करना है. पर सिर्फ दिमाग में है.
But you know, there's no consistency in it. Of course, they have an enthusiasm and the zeal to do things, that is very nice. But if they stay consistent on what they want to do, they can achieve it.
So pre-planning is important and consistency.
Very, very, very important. That's why I mentioned previously also, making a vision of what you want to do and where you want to be is very important.
And there might come difficulties, of course, in any process or in anything we do. Difficulties come, obstacles hamper, but then overcoming it is what you have to do, right?
There was a point at Sachke during December last year, not December, maybe probably winter, November or December. 1.5 months and we did not even get a single order. Not even a single order. After working, yes, and after working day and night, after having so many people employed, so many people working for us, so many interns looking up to me, even it was shameful on my part also, because even they could see that we're working day and night, we are researching day and night, we are making designs throughout, we're still not getting a single order. So they're coming to my workplace every day knowing the fact that we don't have order. I still kept going, and I still motivated them that it's okay, we always suffer from setbacks, but that does not mean we give up.
That's great. Thank you so much, Divyadi, for spending your time with us.
Thank you for having me.
It was an incredible experience, and I'm sure our viewers are going to learn a lot from this episode, as we've learned a lot from you. So this brings end to this episode. If you liked the video, please drop a like and comment and share it with your friends. And please subscribe to our channel for such amazing content. Thank you for watching.